Well, first, it was a great experience, and the Lone Star Conference and the help of the Dallas Cowboys organization did an absolutely unbelievable job, and we are just proud and humbled to even be in this, the Lone Star Conference challenge here that it was, and to play Tarleton State. Tarleton State's a great team, have been a great team for quite some time, and has won many conference championships and has played in the playoffs. So certainly we are, obviously proud the fact that we were able to come away with a win in only our 15th game in school history. Proud of our young men. I mean, I'm telling you what, resilient, fought. It was a physical football game. Tarleton's very physical and strong, and both sides had guys limping off the field throughout the course of the game, and they just kept coming back, and you just kept coming back and fighting through it, and just proud of our young men. And obviously it was a great game, and a great game for people to watch in the stands, I think, regardless of what side you were on. It was a great football game.
Jumped out quick. You guys came back. Second half very close, and then the defensive turnover there at the end of the game.
Yeah, I tell you, the way Tarleton started, they started fast, and they were moving the ball and getting chunks of yardage throughout the first half, and our defense was able to make a couple stops in the first half and really played pretty well. Just kind of gave up a few big plays, and obviously the play right at the end of the half. Where we let, and it was a great catch, a great throw. We had pretty good coverage on the play, but obviously we had those momentum swings throughout the course of a game, and that was the first time we've been tested with that this year as far as momentum swings. So I'm obviously proud of the way our guys have responded, and then they're in the second half, and I think that we all felt like that we could move the ball. Especially in between the 20s, I thought we could move the ball, so may have to kick a field goal or two, and obviously we got the big play and was able to get a touchdown there early in the second half that kind of put us up, and battled back and forth, and unfortunately we missed a field goal there at the end of the game to give it 2 scores, but our defense held strong and really made some adjustments, and I thought our defensive staff did a great job, particularly in those halftime adjustments in the second half.
52 net yards, 3 touchdowns, along with 51. Talk a little bit about the offensive play tonight of the Panthers.
I mean, it all starts off with the offense coordinator. He came out with a great scheme against them, and then got to give it all to Coach Raymond and the offensive line. They blocked, and I mean, if they're not blocking, then I can't run the ball, and I got to give it to all of them. I just run, they make the holes for me.
JJ, from the defensive side, you individually had 7 solo stops, 5 assists, a sack, 3.5 stops behind the line. Tarleton's a pretty physical running team. Tell us a little bit about the Panthers defensively.
I mean, all week we just talked about it was going to be a dogfight. So I mean, I was just lucky to be the beneficiary. I mean, it could have been any one of those guys. And the plays was just opening up because the line was getting stunts, all that kind of stuff, and I was just taking advantage of the opportunity.
Questions for the Panthers?
Coach, what does this do for the program? Only in your second year to knock off a team in the top 15 Division II. Where do you think this could possibly rank as far as milestones for the program?
Well, to date, I think it is probably the top milestone. Obviously a young program, and our whole motto this year and everything we wanted to talk about was enlarge our territory, and I think that our young men did that today, regardless of the outcome, whether we won or lost the game. I think our young men represented Florida Tech extremely well. We showed that we were fighters, that we're tough, we're going to be resilient, and we were fortunate to come away with a win with a very good football team who was ranked. And I got to think that this is going to get some attention. Certainly it will in the Gulf South Conference and Lone Star Conference, and and people across the country, and you know, one game like this certainly can help us enlarge our territory.
Mm-hmm. And certainly it's easy to be positive after this outcome. As far as adjustments to make, there are, you know, a few miscues on special teams. Those are occasionally going to happen. But do you kind of look at those at this point and think, you know, the margin could have been even greater, and you know you're even capable of more?
Well, I think we're capable of more. I think Tarleton State is sitting there maybe thinking that they didn't execute some certain things, and they are capable of more as well. And you know, coaching is such a interesting thing, because we're going to go watch the film tomorrow, and we will probably talk a lot more about the negative plays than the positive plays. And sometimes that's not fair. You know, it's not fair to our players and our coaches, but it's the nature of the beast, and it's in our fiber as players and competitors and coaches to want to be perfect. And so certainly we're gonna look at it, and there's going to be some miscues that we're going to look at, and we're going to try to clean up and fix. And you know, we're always going to shoot for that perfect game. Will we ever get there? No, I don't think anybody will. But you know, we'll definitely look at those and try to get better.
And JJ, tell me about the defensive unit as far as what this victory does for your confidence as a unit going forward the rest of the season.
I mean, we talked about it all week, enlarging our territory. So, I mean, that was the main thing. We had a great opportunity to go to play under the lights of Dallas Stadium, and we just wanted to come out and take advantage of it. So, going into the conference play, that's just definitely going to give us confidence.